most scientists, unless, they're like living in a cave, or, it's a fact, there's flying objects in our airspace that are defying the currently known laws of physics. They're not breaking the laws of physics, they're just breaking the laws of the human physics, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They're actually not breaking the laws of physics at all. They're utilizing the laws of physics. It's just we've made a little bit of an error in our laws. We've eliminated what used to be called the ether, the energy of the field. And so if you don't have the source of energy, then you're not gonna know that you can have a lot of energy if you want to, and you can curve space-time. You can do things that you couldn't imagine doing, just as much as before the Wright brothers, you couldn't imagine, and there was hundreds of papers published in the scientific journals that said it was not possible for anything heavier than air to produce enough lift to lift itself. Because that sounded like free energy, right? That sounded like you're violating the laws of motion, because it's like you have a motor that weighs, hundreds of pounds or tons or kilos, like hundreds, thousands of kilos, that are lifting their own weight off the ground with the wind that it's producing, right? That didn't sound possible. That was impossible. And there was hundreds of papers published proving mathematically that it was not going to happen. And until two Wright brothers in their bicycle shop, right, got a bunch of motors and chains and bicycle wheels and stuff going, and they got off the ground. And it was literally barbed wire and duct tape. They didn't even have duct tape, and they got it off the ground. And from one day to the other, although it took 10 years in Europe before they stopped publishing papers saying that it was a hoax, it took humanity from being stuck to the surface to not even thinking twice about it, getting on a thing that weighs thousands of tons, right?